What is going on, everyone on Twitter? We are live from Sports Den Radio, and we are going to have a little bit of fun on a Sunday during the quarantine. I'm going to wait for my co-hosts to join in here, but I'm Sammy Shear. I'm a co-host of Sports Den Radio, and we're going to be live on Twitter today to entertain you guys during this quarantine. We're going to be talking sports, Tom Brady, talking about new dad life, some of the things that, the new dads are actually going through, some of our favorite current streaming options to help you through the quarantine, and taking some of your questions and comments throughout this on Periscope. So we are really looking forward to chatting with you guys today. Already on the horn is our gambling bet connoisseur, Aaron Lastief Stiefel. Steve, what's going on, man? Welcome.
Oh, man, I'm excited.
Get fired up, bro. Get fired up. I love it. And we're going to be joined by Art Gordon really shortly, who it should be a fun one to join because he is in a little bit of denial regarding Tom Brady and everything that's happened with him. So really looking forward to chatting with him as well. Steve, you're excited for the show today, talking Tom Brady, new dad life. You're obviously not a new dad, but you have some sage wisdom to offer there, and some of these current sports streaming options for the quarantine. How you feeling?
I've been binging things on Netflix. I've been getting I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so it's been a real balancing act over here.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, this will be a nice little relief at some point. We'll get Ark on here shortly, but what about Brady? How are you feeling about Brady to the Bucs?
You know what? It makes so much sense to me, right? I mean, what weapons did he have on the Patriots? Like receiving weapons, really? What, James White?
White, Edelman.
Crickets.
That's it. Just passed down. I mean,
right?
Like during his heyday, he had Gronk. In one season, he had Gronk, and we're not supposed to say it, but Aaron Hernandez, and Randy Moss. Like the year he had 23 receiving touchdowns. I mean, he hasn't had nobody in his career. But that last little run, he had put a little too much on his shoulders. I think it's undeniable.
So I think right now he gets Mike Evans, who I think we all underrate him. I mean, he made Johnny Manziel a first-round draft pick, right? I mean, he's going to help Brady in such ways. Godwin in his third year, it's the year the wide receiver really starts to get into their own. And then all the great tight ends, which Tom Brady loves to utilize.
So what then is this like a good fit? Is this going to be Super Bowl or bust in Tampa?
I think it's going to be just offensive powerhouse. I think it's going to be his way, his answer to, right? In 2000, what was it, 7, I want to say, the Patriots went and got the record for most touchdowns scored in a season, 50. Most points in a season, 589, I think. But then...
Thank you, Aaron.
Right? Broncos come up, and they're like, hey, come over here, Mr. Peyton Manning. Would you like to throw a lot of touchdowns? He goes, yes, I would. And he goes and throws 55, 606 points that season. I think this is Brady. His goal is 700 points, 60 touchdown passes.
Yeah, and that special season, he threw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders.
To open the season, right?
That was devastation station for me, for sure. And one of the worst things I've ever been through. And make it clear, that was also the second time that someone threw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders. Like that.
Nick Foles.
With Nick Foles. So I just don't know what to feel. Like by the time it had happened a second time, I was already prepared for it mentally. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
And to that point, right, when he went to the Broncos, Peyton went to the Broncos, the Raiders, Chiefs, and who am I missing? Who's the fourth? Raiders, Chiefs.
I'm sorry, for in the division?
Yeah.
And Chargers and Broncos.
And Chargers. Oh, that's what I forgot, right? Their defenses were anything to speak about. So Peyton was like, yeah, I'll go over there. That sounds good. Right. Who's in the NFC South that we're worried about I mean, I guess the Saints are pretty good, but then you got the Falcons who give up points left and right. The Panthers are in a rebuild year. Like he gets to face them 6 times.
Panthers with Teddy B should be interesting, but really we have Brady versus Breeze twice during the next season. God willing, there will be a season, but we have it twice next season, so that should be pretty great.
And Matt Ryan gets to go through his PTSD twice against Brady again.
Poor guy. Now, on the other hand, the AFC West, as we're talking about, all those teams in the conference right now it's going to be a lot crazier. Obviously, you got the Super Bowl champs, but Chargers just reloaded. Broncos just did really well in free agency. Raiders have a couple first-round picks and did well, so it's going to be a fun football season. What are your top 3 iconic Brady moments? Actually, give me your number one. What's your number one Brady moment when you think of Brady?
It's actually pretty recent, and it's just such a Brady moment. When he got his 1,000th rushing yard, he then was supposed to kneel at the end of the game. And he literally made sure he kneeled at line of scrimmage and every time pointed at the ref, look, I'm at the line of scrimmage. Do not deduct a yard. I have 1,000 rushing yards. It's such a Brady thing to do, right? This is my record. Don't take it away.
He loves the record. He loves the stats. Obviously, for me, when I think about Brady, I think about it's an unknown occurrence from around the 2000-2001 season. It's called the Tuck Rule. I don't know if anybody's heard of it.
I'm not familiar with this. Could you go on?
Oh, my goodness. Every single time I watch it and I listen to people try to make arguments about how it was or was not actually a fumble or how it was, as I watch the play, it just breaks my heart every single time. That was like my second or third season being a Raider fan, and we were in the playoffs, and then we were in the AFC Championship, and then that happened, and then the next year we went to the Super Bowl. That was like an unreal 4-year run. But I can't believe that was still like that defined who he was. He went on and became Tom Brady.
I didn't even know his nickname in college was the comeback kid.
Had a request to join from a special guest, Lion of Zion. Let's get some commentary from who that is first before we let them jump on. I want you to hear you guys say hi. Producer Matt Warren is joining our show as well. Say hi, Matt. Nice to see you.
Guys, there are 5 words that define Tom Brady's career, if you're ready for it.
Okay.
Tom Brady Uggs pancake commercial. Look for it on YouTube.
It's pretty good. I've actually seen
it. It's not bad.
Yeah, his brand has really taken off and become something all kinds of special. But I really am not sure how this is going to go. I'm excited to see. I'm even more excited to welcome into the show our esteemed co-host, Arik Gordon. Arik, welcome to the show, brother. How are you?
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on here, man. Sorry it took so long.
No problem. I hyped up everybody, letting them know that you had something. So I don't want to call it like a conspiracy theory, but you're not really 100% even really buying that Brady to the Bucs is for sure a thing. And it's so funny. Like I want you to explain a little bit of what you're thinking.
All right. First off, let's take a look at his Twitter. If you take a look at his Twitter account, he's got the last 2 posts are to the Patriots, and then he responds to a fan, and that's it. And he doesn't even post his picture of him signing. And then if you take a look at that picture, it looks like you're in a cafeteria or you're like your office room. I don't know what that room was. That you never see a signing picture like that. So something suspect. You didn't see any Buccaneers things around him still. I'm a wait and see kind of guy. I don't buy anything yet. I do believe that he needs to. These are the weapons, right? These are great weapons to have, but I don't know, man. Something's off here.
Okay, well that's 2 things. Let's go back to the first one. The first one, if he's not really on the Bucs right now, where is he?
He's chilling. I don't know. He's with his family. Montana, probably.
So you think he's still figuring out his options?
Yeah. I think like the news needed to end for whatever reason. I don't know. That's just like how I feel.
Wait, but okay. Second point. You don't think that the Bucs would be absolute fire with Brady at the helm, given those weapons?
Bruce Arians has listen. They say he's the quarterback whisperer, but he also has a record of first-year quarterbacks having a career high of interceptions. So if he's giving himself a 2-year window, if that, and I think if he's going to the Tampa Bay, he's basically saying, all right, I'm going to try to be the quarterback that leads a team to host their own Super Bowl as well, since it's going to be in Tampa Bay.
Question from producer Matt. Brady as a Buck, eye patch in effect, or Trubisky with any team with both eyes? Who's a better QB? Eye patch Brady on the Bucs or Trubisky with both eyes? Man. I don't want Mitch to be bad. He's a nice guy. I don't want him to be bad. He just is. Hola, hijo de oro. Thank you for joining the show. Hola. We are interacting with anybody who is interested in throwing some comments our way. And if you comment enough to indicate that you may have something exciting to say, we're happy to bring you onto the show. B-Boy Rich, what's going on? How are you? Winston prior to eye surgery. Yeah. I saw a great thing on Twitter that said Jameis Winston got his eyes fixed just so he could see Brady come take his job.
Wow.
It's pretty tough. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to transition here because something special to explain is that me and one of my co-hosts, Arik Gordon, are both new dads. I'm at the 4-month mark, and Arik is at, I believe, the 6-week mark.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to use this time while you guys are listening, actually, to have just a little bit of a rap session about how it's been going for us so far. I think we could both fairly say that it's high highs, and the word is not low, but there are challenges with new parenthood. So I'll let you start. How are you feeling?
I am exhausted. It's not even like you think you're sleeping and catching up, and then it doesn't even matter. You're just so tired. I think what you have that I don't have right now is that personal connection. Like, she knows who you are. You can smile with her. I can't. This kid doesn't know at all who I am. He's just looking around.
Yeah, no. That's definitely tough. I would say she started giving actual recognizing smiles around 3 months or a little bit before. But seriously, before that starts, it's just a chore. It
really is, yeah.
A comment just now came in. In a different world, the women are hosting a Twitter live feed about this. This is 2020, and dads are involved in 2020. These are the roaring 20s in all aspects. Like never before. And maybe it's to our own detriment. Like maybe we're hurting ourselves with how involved we're being here.
We did it to ourselves. Yep.
Yeah, but
we did it to ourselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like once you give with your girlfriend the very, very first Valentine's Day, you shoot for the moon and get like something crazy nice and expensive or something. Now every holiday and every birthday for the rest, you're done. You have no chance. Like, you just set yourself an impossibly high standard. And here we are, Arik, crushing it as young fathers early.
Oh yeah.
And now we're gonna have to continue doing that
for the rest of our lives.
Forever. Sign, trade, dump. Being called dad, papa, or your first name.
Ooh, no, I'm a
dad.
Definitely not the dad. Yeah, dad.
We're
Pop,
signing.
I like to.
Wow, it's funny. I'm signing dad. I'm trading first name, and I'm cutting or dumping papa. Papa's a grandfather thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think we have like different ones in our family. I would dump my first name. I think that's kind of weird if my kid's calling me by my first name.
So I thought it was like that too. I thought that was a weird thing. But then I went to college, and all my friends from the East Coast at UNLV, all my friends who came out to Vegas from the East Coast, like, all call their parents affectionately by their first name. Like, I had a friend who called his mother Miriam. I got a friend who's, called his dad John. So now I affectionately actually refer to my dad as Marsh. Just literally just like, because I've heard people do it so much. So I could be called Sheer or Sammy or something like that. I mean, whatever else my name is at that point, it's probably one of those two.
See my kid go, hey, Gordon.
Hey, Gordo.
Maybe Peter for father.
For all texting Samuel right now, Samuel will never be considered an option. I would be Papa. Yeah, no Samuels. As you guys may or may not know, Arik has a baby boy, and I have a baby girl. And I'm curious for you to tell to our, to our listeners, what are some sports things you're looking forward to with your kid?
So for me, it's to take him to the game, for sure. I can't really wait to enjoy those moments of going out to the rink, going out to the field, football field.
Oh yeah.
Just being able to go out there, even also just to go skate with him, on his own, just to go ice skating when it's available, put him in some leagues. And hopefully get to enjoy some championships along the way. Listen, I got to enjoy 3 Stanley Cups with my dad back in Jersey. Saw games in the Stanley Cup Finals. Saw them win the Eastern Conference Finals against Pittsburgh one year. Saw that trophy being hoisted live. Those were some good iconic moments. So to be able to relay that back to my son, I think that would be that'd be a dream come true right there.
That's super great. Arik, will you call it having a catch?
Yeah, something like that. Like in our family, we actually used to line up in Thanksgiving. We used to all get up together. So the uncles would play quarterback. We wouldn't exactly be having a catch though. The cousins would really go after each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an opportunity to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. I was thinking about this about sports and my little girl. I'm pretty much treating like her availability to all sports as the exact same. Like I'm looking forward to basketball, baseball, and like maybe some of the other like girlier stuff like dancing and and ballet and things like that. So we'll see all the activities, all the athletic activities. But the bottom line is we need to get these kids going in their competitive leagues because I know I have some child gambling coming up. No, that'd be terrible.
I'm sure that Steve's got that going. He just bounced off, but
yeah, he just bounced off. One of his kids has a baseball game right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We are going to make it, man.
I think so.
Make it. Yeah, I'm
100% sure we're going to make it. Is there light? Is there a light at the end of this tunnel?
Any other parents who are currently listening to the chat, feel free to throw in your thoughts or things you've seen from your crazy nieces, nephews, etc. We're venting as new parents here today on the side of talking some awesome sports and some sports shows. All right, moving forward, we have producer Matt on the line. We are going to move into our favorite segment, Sign Trade Dump, where we effectively do an FMK. If you're unfamiliar with FMK, I'll just say it because my mom isn't on here. It's Fuck, Marry, Kill, where you get rid of one, commit to the other long term, and get rid of another at its peak value. So moving to our STD segment, producer Matt, I will let you take over.
All right, guys, thanks so much. And what great stuff to hear about you and your young ones during this time. I remember having a catch with my father was one of the best memories I have. Now we're gonna jump to a couple of movies here.
Sorry, quick pause. Per one question on the chat here. No, my mother does not have Twitter. My mother has Facebook, and my mother has considered an Instagram, but I've made it very clear that if she hops on the twitter.com, she will be getting the block. And I feel bad about that, but not too bad. This is MySpace, So there you go. Let's move on to STD. Let's talk some games here.
Let's do it to it. All right, so guys, we're talking streaming is the order of the day here during the quarantine. So these movies may or may not be available, but baseball movies, we have Rookie of the Year, Sandlot, and Angels in the Outfield.
Ooh.
Wow.
Which one you going? You going first or should I?
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, yeah. And by the way, for all asking, I do have a MySpace, obviously. MySpace.com/GoGetIt23. Holla at your boy. Obviously, those three are incredible baseball movies. Obviously. Angels in the Outfield, while incredible, is the third one of those. So that's getting dumped for me. I feel like Sandlot is the iconic one, but I love Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna sign Sandlot and trade Rookie of the Year as much as it breaks my heart to do so. Like Rookie of the Year is just like, and I was just alerted that Rookie of the Year by producer Yoni, Rookie of the Year is on Disney Plus, as is Angels in the Outfield. So
go get it. But man, I'm signing Rookie of the Year. John Candy, come on, Rosenberger. God knows that.
Yeah. God knows that.
The World Series. I'm signing that. I'll trade Sandlot because it's valuable. There's good value there, right? So you trade Sandlot, you probably get 2 movies back. And listen, Angels in the Outfield, it was nice, but like,
actually,
it's the LA Angels, the Anaheim Angels, the California Angels. The Angels are all over the place.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maddie, hit us with another one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So those are sort of the I guess the kid movies for baseball.
Well, those are timeless classics. Those are
quick
timeless.
Story. Daniel Stern, who was in Rookie of the Year, was my T-ball coach out here in LA.
Wow, right on.
So,
who was he in the movie?
He's the guy that got locked in between the two hotel rooms at one point. I can't remember if he was the manager of the team or he's the manager of the kid.
A little help here.
He's so
Daniel
great.
Stern.
Here.
Yeah, he's one of the sticky bandits from Home Alone.
That's hilarious. He's great, dude. He's like
he was my T-ball coach. Yeah,
he's the best character in the movie, I think.
He almost wasn't on Home Alone.
Hot ice. You heat up the ice cubes.
All right, guys. So we've grown up a bit. We've grown up a bit since my T-ball. Let's go for a little bit of a more mature baseball movie. We're gonna go Major League, Moneyball, or the Keanu Reeves classic Hardball.
First of all, let's go a little more mature. Major League.
It's all Major League. Hey, I'm gonna sign Major League because I love that movie.
Thank God.
Even though I don't really root for the Indians.
That's a terrible call. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I hear it.
Okay, then who are you trading?
I'm gonna trade Moneyball because it's got good value, money in the name, and Hardball. Listen, Keanu Reeves is great. I love Keanu, and we talked about Keanu in the past, but this wasn't one of his better ones. I don't know. I didn't enjoy this movie. I am
so happy that we have an audience and that this is going to be a recorded show to document my co-host, Art Gordon, cutting Hardball out of Money League and Moneyball. Oh, that is a
I love
Major
League, man. Serrano, Charlie Sheen. Wow.
But you have Moneyball as more valuable than Hardball?
That was fun. It was a good movie.
Dude, Hardball.
I don't know. When I saw it, I liked it. Oakland, come on, Raiders.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. G-Baby is like literally
true.
Like G-Baby's death is like one of the first times like I remember like as a kid being in a movie being like, holy shit, like what the fuck?
I saw it late. Maybe that's why. I saw it late.
Wow. Dude, G-Baby's like we were like, oh, this is like a nice little family baseball movie. Yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, next one, Matt.
All right, guys, the next one, and let's just mention real quick Bob Uecker from Major League. We're going to do basketball movies here. It's Love and Basketball, Hoosiers, or the original Space Jam.
As opposed to Space Jam 2. Well, that's a no-brainer.
Space Jam.
That's a signed Space Jam.
Right.
Trade Hoosiers, dump Love and Basketball for me. That's black and white right there.
Oh, man. First off.
Signed Space Jam.
I can't do it. I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I love Space Jam. I love MJ. I love that movie. Hoosiers is classic, man. Gene Hackman and Love and Basketball, dude. I love that movie. That movie like speaks to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dump
Space Jam.
I don't know.
Just dump Space Jam.
I can't do it.
Dump Space Jam in front of these people.
I'm dumping. I can't do it. Oh my god, I literally can't. I'm gonna sign Hoosiers. Trade Love and Basketball. No, I can't do it. How can I do that? I'm screwed, guys. I'm dumping Hoosiers. I'm signing Love and Basketball. I'm trading Space Jam.
I think we have to we're gonna have to reevaluate what we're doing for like you're there. I invited friends of mine to come watch this to be a part of this, and this is what you're subjecting them to. Oh my goodness gracious, that is the hot take of all hot takes. Dude, Love and Basketball.
That's for my wife right there. I had to do it. I gave one for the team.
You're making people leave. You're making people leave.
No, don't leave. It's for the wife. Family. For family. Stay for family.
Back to back, you just dumped Space Jam and Hardball.
I'll give you the good ones next. I promise I'm coming back strong.
You heartless bastard. Oh my goodness. All right, next. All right, now we got some football ones coming up. Here we go.
We have some football ones. Guys, I'm making a change here. Because I think I'm calling an audible on this football one. It's the same. It's okay. Here we go. The first football ones are going to be remember the Titans, Any Given Sunday, and Varsity Blues.
Ooh,
mixing it up a little bit.
Sign Remember the Titans. Trade Any Given Sunday. Dump Varsity Blues.
So I'm close with it. I'd flip it though. I would sign Any Given. I like that movie. That was fun.
We're both dumping Varsity Blues.
Weeman, yeah. Really
it's the right
beaming, steaming. I like that movie. That was fun. Al Pacino. Is that on Netflix?
I'm gonna watch
that movie. Sports fans, watch that movie, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Remember the Titans really soon. My goodness, I just got really hyped for that. And we said, do you say we have a second football movie lineup?
We do indeed. We have The Longest Yard, Friday Night Lights, and The Replacements.
Oh man, that's tough. That is so tough.
That's three great ones right there.
3 great movies. I'm gonna have to dump The Longest Yard, and then I guess I'm gonna sign The Replacements again. I love Kiana. See, I wasn't hard on Kiana with hardball. I love Kiana. And then I'm gonna trade Friday Night Lights. Booby.
Yeah.
By the way, you get a Booby Miles jersey at 99jersey.com. Use code SportsDenRadio10, the number 10. Gets you 10% off.
That's SportsDen Radio 10% off at 99 Jersey. Booby Miles. You want to win? Put Booby in. I love Longest Yard, but I'm out of those 3. That's obviously getting dumped.
Yeah.
And I think we're in agreement for the first time. Sign Replacements, trade Friday Night Lights. Although I love Friday Night Lights. I played football 4 years in high school, and that is just a great one to watch. It's like major feels. 2 more. What do you got for us, Matt?
All right, 2 more. Speaking of 2 more, Sammy, you played football in high school for 4 years. What'd you do for the other 2?
All right, guys. I'm actually going to remove him from the chat real quick. Click.
So we're going hockey.
I just got reminded. I was also a football player via intramurals with some people listening in on this chat here as well. Double reverse lineman pass will always be a highlight. All right, moving on.
Guys, to me, this might be the toughest one. We're going hockey. Now, all these movies are very close to my heart. We're going Miracle, Slapshot, or Mighty Ducks.
Oh man. That is so
the toughest
hard
one for me.
Dude, Miracle's camera work is unbelievable. Again, you can get those jerseys also on 99jersey.com. Mighty Ducks 2. Actually, all these movies. Slapshot with the Hanson brothers, and then Mighty Ducks.
I just got asked if in high school I was more Replacements or Gridiron Gang. That's a great question. More Replacements. For me, go first. You go first. All
right, I'm gonna sign. I'm signing Slapshot. Listen, if anybody doesn't even know hockey, watch this movie. This movie's hilarious. It's so old school. It's raunchy. It's cursed. I mean, it's so it's such a rated R hockey movie. It's totally worth the watch. I would trade Mighty Ducks because of its popularity, and then Miracle. I love the movie, but I can't. I'd have to. That's it. It's only because it's the only option I have left, so I'd have to put it in the dump section.
Yeah,
so that's really it right there.
Definitely. I'm signing Miracle. Definitely. I will always support all things United States, USA.
Hey,
so signing Miracle, trading Mighty Ducks, dumping Slapshot. Last one, Uno Mas.
See that movie though, Sammy. See that movie.
Which movie?
Slapshot.
I've seen Slapshot.
Oh, you have? Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen Slapshot. Yeah, for sure. And let's throw one more in here. We just briefly lost our producer, so I'll throw out the final one, which he just left for us here. Sign, trade, dump, poker, blackjack, and sports betting.
All right, so I'm dumping blackjack because I don't play it. Now, poker, I love poker. Sports betting, I'd probably sign poker because I enjoy sports. I don't need to bet on it all the time, although betting is fun.
I would say this would be a lot harder for me if poker was replaced with craps.
I love 3-card poker.
Here's my question. In this hypothetical, are we saying poker like friendly games among friends, or like gambling in a casino poker?
I would say both. Why not?
Well, because I would dump casino poker so fast. I'm not into that at all. And then I would trade blackjack and sign sports betting, obviously. But if craps was in here, I'd be dumping blackjack, signing craps, and trading sports betting. Craps is just way too good. But poker's a no-brainer ditch for me, to be honest.
Steve, what about you, man?
I mean, I'm the exact opposite. For me, it's poker. I'm signing. I was Mike McDermotting my way through college with that, and then sports betting's number 2 because it's just fun, and blackjack for me is what I'm dumping because there's no skill there. You know, like I know I'm 51% to lose.
There is skill. Sometimes you have to decide if you want to split your 8s or keep them.
I'm the type of guy who you don't want me at your table. I split 10s if I see the dealer has a 6.
Wow, guys, I'm glad this is happening because I'm finding out while we're on this call that I have people who would split 10s in our group. I have people who would dump space
against the 6
over loving basketball. Like,
you dance at the Space Jam. That was for the family. That's for the wife. Come on.
Different strokes for different folks.
Space Jam is way too good. All right, guys.
And that's why Hijiro de Oro. That's why I do not play blackjack with other people. He said 10 splitters are the worst. I don't play with other people because it's not fair to them. They don't want to see it.
And I believe we're going to be sharing either here now or via our Twitter page a list of all of those movies that we're loving for our sports streaming. I don't know if we were doing that now, if we were going to send a link out, but if you want to highlight some of those ones, Steve, on which streaming services host a couple of the key ones that we talked about there.
I mean, Yoni's been actually putting them in the chat here the entire time as we go.
Outstanding. Great.
But otherwise, I did.
Did someone just ask if Ace 6 dealer has an 8 showing? What do we do? You hit.
Yeah, it's like soft 17.
It's like a no-brainer.
Unless they're counting cards and know that there's like.
Yeah, it's like there's almost no scenario where I really wouldn't consider hitting a soft 17.
Question: what will you hold on against the dealer 6? Like, how low will you hold?
I think if the dealer had a 6 and it was just me,
Ariel can jump in on this one.
I'd consider staying on a soft 17. But in general, I'm hitting that thing for sure.
On like a 15, 16, 14, 13, all those you're hitting against the dealer 6.
Yeah, because if it's like a full table and there's going to be a bunch more cards coming out, I would probably hit that and give myself a better chance. But,
interesting.
Yeah, like if the dealer's a 6, like that's why if it's heads up, I would probably consider doing it that way.
What's your thoughts on that?
I swear, so many times I play blackjack with just people who are either out there to sabotage me personally or just literally do not know how to play. Like at craps, you can't get screwed over by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. You get screwed over by someone who rolls badly. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that edition of Sign Trade Dump. That was probably one of the most fun ones we've done, actually. That was a really good round. Now we're going to switch over into some of our favorite quarantine activities to help keep everybody sane during this time, including some of the current shows we're liking, some of these poker and gambling movies that may be of your interest, and maybe some board games and what parents are doing as well. So I'll actually start with you, Steve, because you love the poker. Like, what are some of these poker and gambling movies that people need to be watching if they really want to dig into some classics?
So if people haven't seen it, have seen it on Netflix, Rounders is instant. It's instant probably like 2 or 3 times a year. They bring it back all the time. It is the best poker movie of all time. I would say hands down. And all right, what are your thoughts on that?
Classic. Rounders is the shit. Ed Norton. Are you kidding me? Matt Damon, John Turturro, John Malkovich. Give us the Oreos. Watch that movie if you haven't. You need to see this movie. I wish they pay me to how much I'm promoting it, but the truth is it's a great movie. It's one of the top card movies of all time.
I was just asked if I love Rounders too. I love Rounders. Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That I've definitely seen before.
Never seen.
Yeah, what's your favorite scene?
Never seen. Can somebody please
my favorite
Twitter world.
My
Get
favorite,
on this guy right now.
My favorite Rounders scene is the one where they go round. That one.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
Ouch.
All right, what's your favorite line? What's your favorite line from that movie?
Don't splash the pot. That's a pretty good one.
My favorite is Matt Damon comes home, and I want no spoilers, but he's there with Ed Norton, and Ed Norton just looks at him and goes, "You know that saying, in life, women are the rake." And Matt Damon just looks at him and goes, "What line?" He goes, "I don't know. There should be one."
It's good. That's good.
All right,
one of the best movies. I'm telling you guys.
I promise I will do rounders while quarantined, and I will come back and I will give a full report on how much I loved it. How's that?
I'm willing to live watch it with you. You tell me when you're watching it. I will come and watch any time of day, 24/6.
Should we live tweet rounders?
And what I would say is
Sammy has to live tweet rounders for not have seen it until now.
Have a group watch.
Wow. Every 5 minutes, he needs an update.
All right. What about some things you guys are loving? What current shows are out there that we want to tell everyone about? I want to let everyone know I'm very excited that Westworld obviously is episode 2 is tonight, but we are 1 week away from the return of season 3 of Ozark. So Ozark is coming back. Ozark is an awesome show. Altered Carbon just came back. That's a super awesome show also.
I already binged it, yeah.
You just hit season 2 of it?
Altered Carbon, yeah, I binged it out already. And now they're coming out with it was good. It wasn't as good as the first, but it was still good. And they're already coming out with a cartoon Altered Carbon mini movie series thing.
I saw something about that. Yeah, but yeah. And then speaking of Jason Bateman, I mean, apparently everyone's loving the show on HBO, The Outsider. So I'm looking forward to diving into that one as well.
Nice, thanks guys. That was helpful. It's been 6 weeks of darkness for me, so I haven't. I think the only show I've ever got to watch was like a 20-minute little episode of Sliders. Oh, Fargo! I'm looking forward for Fargo. I can't wait for that.
Oh, there you go. Well, I will say Dave with Little Dicky. I've actually heard a couple people say that may be something. I'm not sure. I will say, all right, there is light at the end of the tunnel, man. You will be able to watch TV again soon. I promise. 100% by next football season, since that may not happen for another couple of years. So we'll see.
I mean, when I was a new dad, in the middle of the night, I used to binge watch like 2 hours of TV with my baby on my shoulder. I don't know what Eric's talking about. Is that not what you're doing, Sammy?
Yeah, my wife does that like every single night. She stays up multiple extra hours doing that exact same thing. So I pretty much get it done whenever I just during the day as normal. But yeah, nighttime's a good time to binge a couple shows.
But Eric, you're also getting to sleep at night?
No, this kid doesn't sleep.
So watch some TV with him.
Yeah, but he's still like fussy even on the shoulder, even on the he's tough. I don't know. We're trying. We're getting there. My wife likes the good place or the bad place or something. She watches that. That's like a 20-minute quick one, so she gets a lot of those. She's been binging those.
We just got a shout out to our respective wives here on the show. So that's very nice. Thank you.
The Good Place is awesome. Oh, one more sports movie that none of you are watching. Have either of you seen Warrior? Tom Hardy, no, Joel Edgerton, Nick Nolte, Frank Grillo, Kurt Angle from the WWE. It's on Prime. I recommend it highly. Warrior on Prime.
Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe.
I love Tom Hardy, so that sounds great. Yeah, no, I'll definitely be getting on that at some point, 100%. Speaking of Tom Hardy, I just crushed back-to-back days, Interstellar and Inception. I went for some Christopher Nolan. My goodness, it is easy to get lost in that man's world. What a legend.
Oh, that's something like classic. I hope you had a little something to smoke beforehand.
I saw Nick Nolte steals the show in it. Yeah, he is sick in that. It is his best since Blue Chips. Also on Prime.
Right on. All right, and let's wrap it up with some classics, some board games. What kind of board games are people playing still? What are the best like throwback board games to go get and play with your families while you're quarantined here?
Dude, I would go. I think it speaks to the situation. Get some Risk, man. Play a game for 3.5, 4 hours, world domination. Why not, right? Could be fun.
Risk is a good one. Steve? Yeah. Monopoly Cheaters Edition. I was going to say Monopoly. Monopoly would be a great one because it takes so freaking long for every single game.
Monopoly Go is pretty good. I'm into shorter games. Like does anyone still play Settlers? I used to love Settlers.
Yeah, I know some people who play Settlers. Settlers of Catan, for those who aren't familiar there. I know some people who played. I've actually never played myself, but I think that's something that people do like.
It was a sort of game that I thought was super dorky because all like the the number nerds were playing it in college, and I was like, no. And I'm laughing. I'm calling them number nerds. You know how nerdy they were. And yeah, I just started playing it. It's addictive.
Yeah,
it's like craps in a board game.
Well, I love me some craps. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Clue, just got a recommendation for Clue. That's a great one. Feel free to throw us a couple board game options. And do we still have Hijo de Oro on the show? Because if he's still listening, he's been a gracious guest hanging out with us the whole time. Maybe we'll get him to come say hello. Otherwise, we're going to get things wrapped up here.
He's still there.
See, if you would like to join the show, simply request to be added, and we would love to have you in here. So I would love to see if you want to join the show and hear what kind of board games and shows you're watching right now. And Steve, what about some advice for some young parents on things to be doing while we're quarantined with our kids here?
It's like you said, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Someone got us a bunch of these books by the DK Group, and I didn't know what that stood for, so I looked it up. It's Christopher Dorling and Peter Kinsersley. In 1974, found this book corporation. I don't know. The books are amazing. They are stickers coloring that they can do independently. There's storybooks in there, so you can talk to them. And lastly, it can be on any topic, so you and your kid will be interested. So my kids are doing a lot of superhero stuff right now. So it's the Avengers, Spider-Man, DC, all that world, and you just sit them down and they go.
I love that stuff. And I also love that we're joined by one of our new friends and guests and friends of the show. His name is Hijo de Oro on Twitter, but his real name is Matthew Dunnigan. What up, Hijo? Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, what's good? What's good? Hey, I appreciate y'all doing this.
Absolutely, man. This is we're loving the opportunity to not feel like every day is the exact same as we're trapped in here during quarantine. What are your favorite sports movies? Let's throw that there. What are the GOAT sports movies in your list there?
Man, you guys went through a lot of them actually. A lot of the movies that that you guys listed are actually great to watch. But for me, Major League was one of my favorite movies growing up, and Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, so good. Wow, that's so good. And where are your sports allegiances? Oh, we lost him. That's okay. No worries. We'll find out where sports allegiances were another time. Thank you for the advice, Steve. I would say that. I think we're going to collectively make it. We lost the co-host, but with all of our young kids, we're all going to learn and we're all going to continue to grow. It was awesome chatting with you guys for what is wrapping up at 45 minutes. Really appreciate you coming, hanging out. We're going to be doing this a couple times, talking sports, giving you guys an opportunity to decompress and join us while we do this. And these are also going to be podcasts as well. So we appreciate the time. And I would just like to wrap things up by telling you guys to stay inside. This really sucks. You may think it's above you. You may think it's not that big of a deal. But if you can stay inside for a couple of weeks, you may be able to save countless lives by avoiding the further spread of COVID. And we can do this, and our frontline fighters, including my wife in the emergency room and others, thank you very much in advance. Now, as I told someone who had listened to the show earlier that they would join, I promised him instead of listening to Dionne Warwick in his room, I would give him a little bit of Dionne Warwick because I thought it was applicable here. So I'll just say, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. And that's what SDR is for. So we're going to keep smiling, keep shining, get through these times together. Love y'all. Thank you so very much and have a wonderful week ahead. Take it easy.